有人。
I would have fucked that guy up. Like, yeah. I would have been like, oh, ha, 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 and then kicked him in his fat fucking stomach, dude. Like,
I know, you don't like to be, like, embarrassed like that. I've definitely, I don't know,
That's a complete stranger, all right? I'm walking into a store, and you think it's funny to prank.
Well, you don't know if it's a stranger. They might know each other. But I understand. You don't think that's funny, though?
No, I laughed.
You wouldn't. No, I mean, you wouldn't have a sense of. I know you wouldn't have a sense of humor about it, but
if you did to me, fuck no, I beat your ass.
I think that's funny though.
I beat your ass.
I know.
Yeah, you deserve to get your ass beat for doing shit like that.
But like, you should be paying attention.
Yeah, you should know that there's no fucking that the door's not open.
I feel like they know each other. It's not like I don't think they're strangers.
I hope they know each other.
But even if they don't, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
He about to.
Yeah, he's about to. Absolutely it is.
Why?
What if he fucking falls and fucking breaks his face?
Well, then he shouldn't have been on his phone paying attention.
Oh, okay, so because he's on his phone, let's fucking make this guy fall. That's okay. That's great.
But have you seen those videos?
That just shows.
Do you remember the back in the day, those videos where like there'd be people like they're on the road and there'd be one guy on one side of the street and a girl on the other side or another guy, whatever, and then they would lift up an imaginary rope and then the cars would stop thinking there's a rope there. You don't think that's funny?
Did anybody get hurt? Did it cause?
No, but like they would stop and then they would like
cause any accidents?
No, I mean not that I know of.
All right, I think that's the key. Like if it caused potential accidents, not funny. Like this dude could have seriously got hurt.
But did he die though?
No,
no, he didn't.
He didn't die.
I'm just a little uptight there. I think you're actually. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Like,
who's embarrassed you like this before?
Thinking that this
caused
is you thinking this is funny is why Tajon is right. Why you have no friends.
What does that have? This is funny.
Because you would do that to one of your friends and then be like, "Oh,
this is a two-man job. They recorded it.
That's hilarious.
It's not like
that's hilarious. Go fuck yourself."
So look at this. This is real story. This guy got suspended.
As he should.
Because he let a monkey drive the bus in India.
That's his homie. He's steering.
10 minutes.
Yeah, this guy.
Now, if you beat this guy's ass, I wouldn't say anything.
Who's recording him?
Because this is not funny. Like, this is funny to watch, but if this video ended with them driving off a cliff and them dying or like something like that, I don't think it's very funny. But speaking of monkeys, though, this monkey, well, I don't know, it wasn't this monkey, but basically fucking killed some baby because I guess it was starving and famished. That it just literally went into a village, took a little baby, jumped on the roof with it, and just ate it. And then when it was done, it just threw it down and they couldn't find it. And I bring this up because first of all, that's something we never have to encounter.
No.
Like a monkey just coming and stealing fucking
we got to worry
human beings.
We got to worry about coyotes now.
But with babies though, you think
well, we don't know. Look,
true.
Like coyotes are usually like they come out at night and
they'll eat your cat and they'll eat your dog.
Yeah, well they stay away and they creep up on you and they're thieves basically, you know. But lately, I've been seeing a lot more and more coyotes roaming neighborhoods in the middle of the day. That's not good.
No, but there's according to
they're getting too comfortable.
There's nothing you can do about it either.
They have vests for like dogs and stuff for coyotes. Look at them.
The fuck? They look like they're going to a fucking Judas Priest concert or something. There's a second animal story that you can bring up that's related. This one Joe Rogan tweeted. This is about it. So there's an Indian monk who I guess he was on a prayer retreat or something like that.
Leopard.
Yeah. And Mr. Leopard came and ate him because he was praying under a tree or meditating under a tree. I just retweeted this on Twitter and then Rickon like asked us to have this be like an Ask DG and I figured no, this is a reaction hour type thing or maybe Ask Reaction Hour. What's your opinion on that? Like I feel like if you're in the jungles or if you're around this shit, like where you could fucking literally be under a tree
Yeah,
and get eaten. You should be a little bit more aware of like your surroundings.
It's the difference of where we live. It's like going to the forest where you know there's bears.
Well, that's what it says. He sat under a tree and was attacked from the leopard.
Yeah, no.
The monk walked in about 1 to 2 kilometers from the temple into the forest to
It's not
meditate.
even far.
He would go there regularly, or he'd go out regularly to meditate.
I mean, did you know that there's leopards prowling about this
These
forest?
leopards live inside the forest. This kind of incident happens 1 odd time. So maybe it's not a...
I mean...
Oh, it says, according to the AFP, there have been 4 other fatal attacks in the reserve in recent weeks.
So now it's a recent thing now, man. The animals are fighting back,
The same leopard.
India is home to about 12 to 14,000 leopards, according to a 2016 study. Oh, what is that picture? 3 mauled as leopard wreaks havoc at Indian school. Dang.
Yeah, see, this is the stuff that will stop me from going anywhere that has a jungle. Like, I have no interest
I agree with you.
in ever going to Africa because I don't want to get mauled by a lion.
Oh, well, see, I would go with the white people.
Or get gored by
and get in one of those.
Get in a Jurassic Park Jeep.
A tank. I would go in a tank.
Well, then you won't be able to see anything. You gotta be able to.
I'm good. I don't need to see these. I don't need to
well,
see
I know.
these
That's why.
animals in their
That's why the
habitat.
San Diego Zoo exists, because you could see all this shit
Well,
from there.
not only that, but there's just so many documentaries out there of animals in the wild. I could just watch it from home on my HD television.
It's also true.
Maybe I can
It's
get
not the same thing though.
real close to the screen, you know.
Get a 4K TV
it'll-
and feel like you're there.
It'll feel like it.
Turn the fan on and put some smells.
Side
incense.
note, did you know I found this guide about how close you need to sit to your TV to get the full resolution? And for like a 60-inch TV, you need to be 3 feet away from it. So we're all our HD TVs were doing it wrong.
I mean,
Isn't there like the
there's a-
3-hand rule or the 4-hand
the
rule?
3-fist rule. It depends on who you ask. There's so many fucking like.
I mean,
And then it depends on the TV. It depends on the size of said TV. Like
either way, if you're sitting 10 feet away from your TV, you're apparently.
well, that's because
you're
you have
not-
to let the screen almost encapsulate your vision.
You're not getting the full experience out of it.
Absolutely.
So, back to finding.
So we
tubes.
weren't sitting close to the TV, Mom. We were good.
Sitting in the ideal spot. Well, those are flat screen TVs. I don't know if it's any different. But has anyone in our people who are watching?
Has anybody been attacked?
Yeah, I was gonna say, anybody had any like people who have been attacked or like come across that stuff? Because I know here we have mountain lions, and
Right.
like that's a real thing.
And chihuahuas.
Well, yeah, that's because of the Mexicans, but
Dogs.
the mountain lions and
Dare you?
and that stuff is real. Like people have seen them
Yeah,
like, out
absolutely.
hiking and shit, like which is also fucking freaky.
The night, yeah.
Don't go hiking.
Yeah, but anyway, we can go on to the next
All right,
one.
Next video.
Going blind, that's what it's called.
Real quick.
So play it from the beginning again. Just going to talk shit to this guy, beat him up. I love how he just pulls out like.
Obviously fake, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I like
how
how
he
he
did
pressed
the hand
that.
thing as if that has anything to do with being blind. He straight up did a Donald Trump. Oh. It's called Going Bananas. Let us know in the comments what movie this is.
Oh,
oh my!
he peeled it first. It's sharper on.
He threw it at him,
Oh.
he stabbed him. It's not over.
With the gun. What is that, a paintball gun?
I wish there was more to this. So please, if you can find the rest of this clip or you know what the movie is, I'd love to check it out.
I like. My favorite part
Is
is
when he throws a banana at him?
no, how he's he's not selling at all.
He's not doing a Keanu Reeves.
He's totally no sell, like dodging
it's
these
supposed to be
bullets.
slow-mo.
He even has kind of a smirk on his face. Like he's like,
He just lifts his leg up. This would be like if I tried to do an action feat. Like if I had to do The Matrix, that's what I would do.
Jesus Christ. And is this guy's beard real? It's like he's got a fake beard
It's
on.
Rajnikant's hair,
Oh,
his wig
how dare
on his
you.
face. It looks like it. Don't tell me that doesn't look like PETA right there. It looks like it. That could be him. For all I fucking know. I mean, the quality's so bad. I don't know. It looks pretty low def.
All I know is he looked way better than you when he was your age.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he looks better than me now. Bald.
He didn't always have that fat face, and he wasn't always chubby. And he's not skinnier now than he was when he was younger.
Okay. You did some research on what he looks like?
Obviously.
I guess. All right, what's the next one?
I've seen it all.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
we have.
It's a fucking dog. That's a dog.
They're evolving.
Oh my God.
Has a dog backpack.
It's walking on 2 fucking legs.
Bro, that would freak me out. It's freaking me out now.
It is. Play it again. Don't you want to kick that shit like right away? Like, just because it's...
It could be like a little redhead girl.
It's jumping all happy and shit. Like, look at it.
Evolution.
We're seeing it right there.
Wow.
I hope they didn't fix that dog. Because if they fix that dog, those thousands and thousands of years of evolution is gone.
I'll be honest, I've seen other videos with like that kind of dog getting on its hind
It's
legs.
a poodle, right?
No, I've seen them like hop up and shit. I've never seen them run like that and then like go like
Running.
At no point did it feel like that dog was like, I'm tired, let me go back down to my
not
4
hopping,
legs.
though.
It's
You
like-
can see the feet. Look.
It's walking.
Well, it's hopping there a little bit.
Look.
No, look at the feet.
Yeah.
It's going 1, 2, 1, 2.
It's like running like baby G. Running like a little kid, like a baby.
Isn't that fucking scary?
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
It's a little fucking weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
The slap. So
At the music launch of a film Mumbai Can Dance, an actress came forward and slapped the director Sachendra Sharma. You can see those visuals there taking place on stage as the actress
she'll explain why.
attacked that music director. Now, according to the actress, the director had promised her a role in the film on certain conditions. Rakhi's friend has blamed the director for casting couch. The music launch was going smoothly when Rakhi Sawant's friend came on stage and hit the director.
Okay, you can pause it. So
there's Mexican soap opera actresses in India apparently.
you think that's what Mexicans... I think they're hotter than that.
Well, they are, but no, that lady, like that chick lives
So
down
what-
the street from Carlos. All right, I know for a fact.
So you think...
She cried when Jenny Rivera died.
Probably. Do you think that
I did.
the real situation here is they fucked
Yes, absolutely.
and then he was like,
That's what
nah.
that's what they're implying in the film in the video. Absolutely, yeah.
Do you feel bad for her?
No, not at all.
Why?
Like why? Why'd you slut it
Should
up?
she get Me Too'd? He should get Me Too'd?
You know, I
Well, 'cause we
I
always-
feel like we kind of talk about it, but when you're paying to play like that, you know,
Yeah, but why
there's
not?
some risks you're taking.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, I mean, is he a scumbag? Absolutely. But is it cool for you to be like, I hoed it up and it didn't pay off for me, so let's screw this other person over?
Well, she didn't do anything. She just slapped him publicly.
Well, because we're assuming.
Well, now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So didn't she win?
Did she win? No, because he probably still has a job.
She was, yeah. He's probably like, I don't even know this fucking
Yeah,
woman.
I don't even know this lady. I don't know why she showed up on my video shoot.
I would never
Shit.
have sex with her.
She's too fat.
She's fat.
Yeah.
Even though he's fucking Mr. Chunk over there.
Hey, man, it's okay.
Mr. Chunk.
Hey, I'm just, hey, whatever. I guess, you know, it is what it is.
Kind of reminds me of another Indian video from a long time ago.
Oh, we watched this.
And the reason why I bring it up is because when she slaps him, he like goes
And attacks her.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about this before. We've mentioned Bill Burr. Like, there's limits to things. There's, you know, do you think that if you're the director, you're this guy. So you're not Gian as this guy. You're that guy. You've slept with the girl. You know who she is. You know why she's there. There's no. If she slaps you, there's a proper response to not do anything or to go after her, knowing that.
I don't think you do anything. No. There's rules. All right. A woman slaps you, you take your slap.
And you're on TV, right?
Yeah.
At this point.
You know.
At a presser.
I feel like when she's closed fist punching you in the face, then like now or she's coming at you with a weapon, now the rules change a little bit.
Ooh.
Can you slap?
How could you slap?
How can she slap?
Everyone's like, bruh.
Dang. I forgot they fought at the end. Bastard! That's the fucking people in the comments right there. Fuck you.
Fuck you up right now.
Now,
Fuck you,
what's the
bloody
difference
bastard.
between this and the other video? That must have been dude's girlfriend or something. That he. Oh, mother chod, pan chod.
He's crying.
Crying.
Yeah, like nobody else came to save her, or maybe it's because this girl's hot and the other one, you know.
Or she's famous in the TV world. I don't know.
Could be. Who knows?
The other girl could be washed up. I don't know.
The original Indian viral video. This
How
one.
could she slap?
This is brown people try white people food.
This is pretty funny.
It's 4 minutes.
It's okay.
All right.
It's a parody. Or is
Yeah.
it?
It's a parody.
What is that shit?
Out of all the things you could
Turn it
grill,
up.
this is what you went with.
अब मुच्छा क्यों है ये नहीं सब्जी मुच्छा वाली
Asparagus I heard, but I never used this in my life.
Asparagus.
खाइए खावा कितना इन्हें बनावा कितना कट्टा कितना bro I ain't trying to eat this shit guy I'm trying to eat chickens bro ना ना ऐसे कोई लादा लीफ लगा ना कोई और लगा इन्हें खा के करना
Looks like hands on the inside.
It just looks like a grasshopper stick.
Kale.
so what is this shit bro
They didn't even eat it.
what does that mean फिर साढ़े पिंड च साग लगता है साग आ साग ऐहो जा
Smells like freaking grass from a high school.
This looks
Who
like the
eats
shit
kale
that they
like
decorate
that?
at buffets.
Yeah, rock hills.
पता नहीं क्या हो
I mean,
रहा
I
है
just-
साग
any
oh this
kale.
smells like piss
This is the same shit I put on my buffet table.
No salad dressing?
A squirt of lemon.
You tarka this. Kill.
Durka is, but you're just gonna eat it raw.
अब दरख्त किने काटता है दरख्त
Like that's it? Like this is how what you can eat it?
What
That's
is
a
this
big
shit,
ass
guy?
broccoli.
This should be like a butta or something, bro.
This is green band gobi. Honestly, I think you guys are just getting lazy. You don't want to cook the shit, so you steam it.
मसाला मसूला पा लेंदे कुछ ये कितना खाता जाऊ फिक्का
Where's the masala at? Like there should be some
थोड़ा अंबला चार मार लेंदे सो स्वाद है हुंदा खान दा
loon, you know, some mir.
Like technically speaking, I could cook this in the shower. Why you are only cooking with the water, man?
You could.
Nah, I'm good. Do I just eat it with a spoon?
So it's not rice.
आ छोटे छोटे चौल जिद्दां साडे
It's
पिंड
not
चूहे
right.
खाते हुंदे हे चौल
Fam.
मैंने कहा की आ ना रखना चाहिए ਇਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਆ ਕੀਨੂਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ
Like a picture of a tiny miniature rabbit shitting tiny miniature rabbit pellets. is what this
I've never had
can
quinoa.
taste like.
ਇੰਨੇ ਮਾੜੇ
It's
ਚੌਲ
good.
ਮੈਂ
Fun fact: quinoa is from Peru, and that's there's a shortage of it now because so many
What is
white
it,
people
like
are
a
eating it.
bottom thing?
Mashed potatoes.
Why are they so broken up like this, bro?
I'm lactose intolerant, guys.
सब्जी च पाओ आलू मटर पीरी बनाओ पाता दो
Some good
Peas.
guy.
Shit, why?
I love that
Why
guy.
you did that to aloo?
I'm pretty used to like having tater tots.
And do you think this guy's the same guy as the guy with the wig and the? Yeah.
Yeah.
इसकी शक्ल देख के मुझे उल्टी आती है
फुट्टी जना दही बाद कहना खट्टे हो गए आलू
Sour potato.
Oh god.
It tastes like nothing. This look like a shit, man.
He's
They
the
actually
same.
eat this stuff?
Literally look like a shit. Congratulations, white people. You found literally the worst way to cook a potato.
It's because they ain't got no gravy. That's
I
Oh,
love.
these carrots, right?
I've never had a parsnip.
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 Can you make a jar out of this?
Fuck is a
No?
मूली
parsnip?
पानी दी ताड़ी
What am I supposed to do with this?
ये सीधी मूलियां निकली नहीं होनी
What's
This
wrong-
shit I
what's wrong
could
with-
get used to.
What's
You know
wrong with
there's
fake
more
chicken?
things to marinate chicken with than just salt and pepper, right?
Yo, today is Tuesday, so I can't eat this, right? But I'm pretty sure this chicken's bomb.
Why would you not want to add a little masala to it?
Tandoori chicken, masala chicken, bro, burgers, Frank's, hot dogs, wieners.
There's so much potential with this.
is that guy Indian or an essay? I grew up with the nah guy.
Nah. Oh, like
Yeah,
that was me before I started taking chances with food.
the ghetto.
Nah.
Yeah. Nah.
The ghetto Sikh from Oakland.
Going deep.
Oh, that's an oil check. That is an oil check.
He is going
He's working
deep.
the angles.
Bro, get your hand out of his asshole, man.
He went deep.
I mean, that's the ultimate competitor right there.
What? That you're willing to just stick
You're willing
your whole
to,
hand
to
in someone's
shove your
ass
fist in another man's ass to win.
to win?
Yeah.
I
Do
wonder
you-
which
do you-
finger it was.
Do you think that's? Do you think that's
That's
like an unfair advantage.
That's a common trick that wrestlers do. This is a well-known trick. They
see. That's why fighting like
they fish hook each other.
But that's why like even the MMA, it's not a real fight.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Because in a real fight, maybe you want to grab someone's nuts.
Right.
And like squeeze them and break them.
Or if you're going to stick your fingers in a guy's asshole, you're going to pull to try to tear his asshole open.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm just...
And not just massage his prostate for free.
I mean, or just maybe he was checking for cancer. That's what he was doing. I already came across this video today on Twitter. And...
Hi.
Happy birthday, team!
Happy birthday! Do we drink it now? Oh, wait, we take it?
One more. Ready?
One.
One, two, three.
I already took it. I know it too. I took mine too. Y'all, I would just like to thank y'all for coming here. That's it? That's all you want? Like, I really couldn't ask for better friends. I really couldn't. Y'all are seriously the best. And I would like to thank Santos for making me realize that I deserve so much better. Because every single person here knows that you were trying to talk to some girl named Dennis that about being friends with benefits. Like literally all of us.
I like how it got hella quiet.
Recordings of everything you sent her, especially within the past few days, and how you were texting her and sending her videos. You literally sent her the same picture you sent me today.
That's bad.
Yeah, so in case you didn't figure it out,
shit.
we're over and you can get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Damn.
And Edgar, if you knew, screw you, because I thought we were cool.
He didn't know. He did not know.
So you guys, you can get the fuck out. Edgar and Joanna, y'all can stay if you want to.
Yeah, these.
You're a good girl. Grow up. Fuck you. Niggas ain't shit.
She can't say that.
Did she just drop a hard ER?
No.
Nah, it was AS.
All right, that's it. You can pause it. So...
They throw a whole party to do that.
So what do you think? What's your initial raw impressions of this? Because I have a few things to say about it.
How is that Mexican girl so white?
The one talking?
Yeah, she's like you. It's like a doppelganger of you, the way she sounds.
I don't look that good. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I didn't say that part. Well, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
She looks way better than me.
She's got bigger... anyways.
She's single now. She posted right after that on Twitter, and she was posting all these selfies of herself, like looking hot. So...
Do you know this person?
No. Someone retweeted this or something. I just want to know what your impression of like the idea of this being a video. Like, it's not fake. This isn't fake. This is real. But like,
right. Well, I know it wasn't fake because of how quiet the whole room got when she started going off on him.
And then he's like, "That's bad."
I
think it's petty.
Oh, it's absolutely petty. Does she know that this guy's like taping the whole thing?
I think it was set up.
You think
for that whole reason? Yeah, I think it was 100%.
See, I thought this whole shot thing, like she was gonna be like, "Hey guys, so I just want to let you know, you guys just this guy."
Oh yeah, listen to what
I hate this guy.
I ain't cheating on my girl, never.
Yeah. But yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna find some new friends.
So I think you could have just broke up with the dude. How does this, like?
That's petty. No, absolutely. It was her. Like, she's so like hurt that.
But even then, he didn't even seem bothered by it. He was just like.
Well, of course not, because he got a bunch of other hoes waiting for him.
Apparently.
He's about to call up that girl he's been sexting. Like,
look at it, she knew.
Well, yeah, obviously she knew. But I don't know. So when I watched this, I was like, oh, okay, because I was expecting. He didn't react like I was expecting. He definitely like tucked his tail between his legs. But at the end of the day, it's like, what is this really?
I mean, what was he supposed to do?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not.
I mean, the guy manicures his eyebrows.
The idea of this being a video is kind of fucked up, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yeah.
Not because, it exposed him or anything, but
right.
Why does everything have to be on the internet nowadays?
I mean, he kind of looks like Oscar De La Hoya, but not as good looking.
But so you're saying he cross-dresses?
He might, but you see he got the big-ass face. He got a huge face.
He was comfortable, though. That's what's fucked up. You could tell he was in his pajamas. This was at some retreat. Look at, he's in his
They're
pajamas.
wearing,
They're wearing
like,
matching pajamas.
I mean, I feel like nobody else is wearing pajamas though, so maybe he's a little too comfortable. You know, like.
Well, the brother came downstairs and dropped the bag.
Right.
That was the brother.
Got your shit packed.
See, and there's a bunch of freeze frames. Like there's a like a play. Go back to the beginning. That girl right there. No, go back. That girl on the black. But if you press play when she starts to, like, she gets quiet and she looks down.
Yeah,
so people are speculating that.
Fucking her too.
That's what people are speculating.
She's like,
Rewind it a little bit more. Look at the girl in the black. Look at her. Pause it. Look at that face.
She's like, shit, does she know
like,
it's me?
Is it me? Oh, you want to know how this is not? I know this isn't a hood video.
There's a second story.
Because
She
they
would
would
get beat up.
Because they would have started bombing on this dude.
Oh, the guys.
Yeah, if it would have been a hood video, they would have fucking.
Oh, you want to fuck with our girl?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
lighting them up.
Especially-
Well, that and you could tell the house is a bit nicer than
Right.
what you would normally find in the hood.
And
I mean,
and if I close my eyes, she sounds like Becky.
she doesn't. Yeah, I guess that's why you were saying she's like me. She
Yeah.
sounds like me.
You sound like Becky.
But anyway, we can go to articles now because we haven't been doing articles in a while, so I think it's time we do some articles here, the midway point of this episode. I don't know what the first one is.
Well, we're on viral videos like this. I think we should talk about the racist guy.
Well, we're gonna get there.
So this article, it's about a man who I guess he would buy storage units. He found $7.5 million of cash in a safe, and he paid $500 for the storage unit.
And there's more. There's another piece of information which I'll tell you. So you've seen Storage Wars,
Yeah.
right? For those of you out there who haven't seen Storage Wars, who don't know what I'm talking about,
So have they found him yet? And is he still alive?
just wait. There's more to it though. Essentially, what it is people buy and rent storage units. If you don't pay for your storage unit, after 30 days, the storage facility can sell your unit off via auction. And the person who buys the storage unit gets to keep everything in the unit, and they have to move it in one day. Like after one day, it basically has to get emptied. Like that's how it works. So this guy found the $7.5 million in cash, and the owner of the storage unit, when he found out it was sold, his lawyer contacted the individual who bought it, and basically was like, "We want our money back," and they offered like $100,000, something like that, $50,000 to $100,000.
$600,000 was their first offer.
$600,000, and the guy's like, "No," right? And they basically negotiated to double it to $1.2 million. Now, what would you do? Because immediately I'm like, if you have $7.5 million in a storage unit, that's definitely something criminal. Like that's why you obviously said that he'd die. But what would you do if you bought a storage unit and it had $7.5 million in it? Cash.
I wouldn't tell anybody about it, number one.
Well, he didn't tell anybody about it. It's not this story that he knew, because they send you notices.
We sold your unit.
Yeah, they know that they know it was sold.
How do they know who they sold it to? That's what
That I
doesn't
don't
say
know.
in the
How do you
article.
let your storage unit go? What was the story on that again?
He just didn't. They didn't go into it, but they basically just didn't pay after 30 days.
Yeah.
And then he sold it. I don't know. Maybe he has a bunch of these storage
They're
units all
involved
around.
in some shit. That's what it is.
But
Like,
what you would just keep it?
Okay, nobody contacted me?
Well, assuming at first you just keep it, but assuming a lawyer contacted you, what would you do?
I'd probably get worried a little bit. If somebody started offering me money, I would be like, okay, what's the trade-off? Okay, you're gonna give me $2 million to get your $7 million? Okay, sure.
For $500.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
It's a huge
It's
profit margin.
It's a win. It's a win.
I just thought it was crazy when I heard the story. I'm like, fuck, man. Because I mean, I've done all this shit before, buying storage units.
So what you're saying is
online.
you're upset that you haven't.
That it wasn't me. Yeah. I mean,
What would you do?
and someone contacted me,
Yeah,
I'd probably give them the money back.
yeah.
100%. Especially like, you just don't fucking. It's not worth it. Especially if they're. I mean, I don't know if I might have even just taken the $600,000, to be honest with you.
Right.
I don't even know if I would have like countered. to be completely honest.
Right.
Because it's like. But who knows? Maybe it was a nobody. Maybe it was just some old guy who just left his shit there, and there isn't any crime
And he's
related.
senile and he forgot.
You just assume that it's a criminal thing. Yeah, this is what the money looked like.
I thought it would be more, but it's hundos.
Well, there's
Those bricks of cash right there.
that look suspiciously like dope.
I know, like fucking drugs. All right, but next article. I don't know if you're familiar, but the British Film Institute, they give grant money to filmmakers just every year because they feel like as people from England, we need to support the arts. So
Yeah.
every year, basically, you could petition to get money for your film, and they might give you $1 million, whatever. They recently changed a rule that if your characters have scars, like physical deformities, they will no longer give you any grant money.
And why?
For villains. Because
They don't want a cliche film with this.
they're saying that that's promoting that anyone that's disfigured is evil. Exactly. I don't know about you, but anybody, if I've seen someone with scars, with burn marks, anything like that, I've never once thought, oh, this guy's a fucking terrorist, or this guy's gonna shoot up a school, or anything like that.
I'm gonna counter.
What, unless they have a fucking
Really depends.
tattoos, they're tattooed out.
It really depends on where the scar is at. I had a
Scarface?
I had a coworker from Laos. And,
Oh, well.
And one time he pulled his shirt off, and he got.
Well, I mean, if it was like, I'm talking about facial.
right
no, like part of his eyebrow was gone because he got stabbed in the face.
Okay,
All right.
well,
And he pulled his shirt off one time, and I saw all these Richmond Crip tattoos.
see, that's
Which was
different.
hilarious to me because the guy couldn't even speak English, yet somehow he was a Crip.
Richmond Crip.
I didn't even know they allowed Laotians into the gang up there in Richmond.
And that's okay for all the Crips out there watching. You
Yeah.
know, we're not talking bad. It's cool. We get it.
Um,
Don't want to get any death threats or anything.
Almost attacked one of the Mexican guys on the job site because he kept calling him El Hijo de Bruce Lee. And that didn't
Well,
go.
but do you still think that that's enough for like?
No, this is ridiculous. It's dumb.
That's too PC.
It's dumb. I'm just saying, when I see scars on people's faces, I normally I think okay, they've been through some shit. It's not.
But is it because
You could
of
tell
the movies,
there's
though?
you could tell like a little line like when they were a little kid and they fell versus
It's their whole neck.
But do you?
yeah,
It's right across right here. But do you think that do you think the movies are promoting that idea?
No.
That's my point.
No.
Like
no, I agree with
like
you.
the Joker.
I completely agree.
No
with you.
movie has made me look at people and be like, oh my god.
I mean, if it was because it's a cliche thing and they're
No, it's just 100%
yeah,
because
it's an SJW thing. Nah.
But I mean, the Film Institute has done more things to They also won't give grants anymore if your film isn't. I forgot what term they use, but you have to have a multiracial cast and crew, and if you don't, you can't get funding.
Okay.
Which I can kind of see. In my opinion, that forced desegregation is not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Where they force you to kind of keep everybody.
Well, that for me is
forced diversity.
That for me, it has less to do with affirmative action and more to do with
there's a lot of white people.
A lot of breaking nepotism.
Yes,
that's
what I was going to say.
It's trying to
It might be annoying at first, but over time, I feel
Right.
like that'll go away.
Because the
and you're
nepotism will
just
come back,
accepted.
but they'll come back with people of.
It'll be black people with nepotism.
Well, it'll just
and
be
Asian
you're gonna
people.
hire you're white, but you're gonna hire Carlos on all your shoots because you know Carlos.
Right. He's the one fucking Mexican.
Well, not because he's Mexican, but it's because he's been on 10 of my shoots. He's gonna.
And he's Mexican.
Yeah.
So now we can cover two bases.
Well, that's how he got on in the first place. But
Speaking
now,
of SJWs, though, the third and final article for this week. So in Canada, Canada Goose and Montclair, they're super expensive jackets.
Oh my god!
Gotta protect them.
Because poor people cannot afford those jackets during the wintertime. The high school has banned anyone
Ban Yeezys.
from using them during the wintertime. What's your opinion on that?
Dude, look,
Get the fuck out of here.
my kid has a Patagonia jacket. He's got multiple Patagonia
And it's a
jackets.
child's jacket, so it's probably 18 times as expensive as a normal human jacket.
Well, it's
Because he's going to outgrow it in fucking 2 months.
in that it's expensive per square inch of fabric. Sure, more expensive.
Well, I'm talking
Yeah.
in terms of longevity.
And that too. We didn't buy these jackets. They were a gift because my aunt works for Patagonia, so she gets a nice discount.
Well, good.
So you don't know. Sometimes some kid got a jacket somehow, maybe it was a Christmas gift, like, you know, maybe it was on layaway. Who knows?
Did you go to school, public school?
I did.
Through your whole life?
Yeah.
Did you go to school with rich kids?
Yeah.
Like a lot of them, or like you just knew a few?
Um,
And there's a reason why I'm asking, but
I wouldn't say most of them are rich kids. No.
so I went to private school until high school, and most of the kids were rich.
Yeah.
When I read this, I related to this. Obviously, this is high school. Mine wasn't high school. But the reason why I think this is stupid is not because of what you said, because of how you acquired it, whatever. But being around rich kids helped me, I feel like. Because I wasn't rich. I couldn't wear anything. When I turned 15, I didn't get gifted a fucking BMW when I didn't even have my fucking permit. Like,
right.
You know, you're around these people who do that. And then when I went to public school and I got around like normal people who couldn't afford this shit, I've experienced both sides. And so for me, looking at people having all this shit doesn't discourage me, doesn't make me depressed. Oh, I can't have this. It's like, oh, I know what I can get if I have money. I know what that I know what it's. I know that there's rich kids out there and there's poor kids out there and there's people in between. And it's the struggle. I think this just eliminates struggle.
Well, I don't even.
People get made fun of.
I mean.
Fuck it. If I'm wearing because that's what this is also about
too. Did people make fun of you for wearing whatever jacket you were wearing?
Well, I mean.
For your Shaqs instead of Jordans.
I mean, also you went to private school, so you had a uniform.
We did have a uniform.
So no.
But on free dress day, when you could wear whatever you wanted,
right?
You can tell what everyone else was wearing compared to me. I mean, yeah, my shoes got made fun of for sure. All the time.
They still get made.
Which ones?
But they're just regular black Vans.
What are those?
But I never. But see, I never.
Those slip-ons.
That guy died.
That never bothered me. The what are those guy died?
He died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Rip.
R.I.P.
But anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying that.
Look,
you can protect your kids up to a point, and then.
But here's a caveat to that: you go to the ghetto, and
they're all wearing this shit.
People are clowning your shoes too. Like it's a thing.
But I know. But I'm saying you got to get made fun of. You got to get bullied a little bit.
You absolutely do.
If you don't get bullied, you're not.
I don't know. I never really had to go through, and I never dressed like.
I'm not saying you
if you never got bullied, that means you was the bully.
Or you live in Canada.
I know the shoe thing. Like the shoe thing started for me when I was like in 4th grade, like early.
Why? Because you're wearing Skechers?
Where I don't even remember what I was wearing. Where I had to ask my parents to get. My aunt used to buy me a pair of Nikes every year, like Air Force Ones,
right,
and whatever every year, from like 4th grade up until high school when I stopped carrying. Like I remember she sent me these $180 Air Maxes, and I took them straight to Foot Locker and got like 3 different pairs of shoes.
You just sold them?
Yeah, I traded them in, and I got like 3 pairs of Chucks and some because I was at that point
you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was at that point like it didn't fit my punk rock.
Right.
Punk rock kids don't wear Air Maxes.
But now you'd be like, oh, those would be cool shoes.
Well, they're ugly as shit too.
Oh, I don't know. I never really wore basketball
Air Maxes,
shoes.
yeah, they've kind of come a long way.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just saying bullying is okay to a certain degree. You never wanted to get pushed to the point where you want to kill yourself.
This is ridiculous. It's just dumb.
But you gotta let kids be kids.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
I don't think the jackets that kids wear is necessarily throwing it in people's faces either.
And it's not the kid's fault either.
Yeah.
Why okay, so his parents don't make money.
If anything, you send home a letter to the parents and be like, hey, we get it, you guys are rich and shit. Tell your kids not to be fucking dicks about it. That's what you got to. That's the lesson.
Wear your jacket.
Yeah, they can wear the jacket. Don't let them be dicks about it. Like say, hey, you know what? Not everybody's got it like this.
Now, if your son,
you're lucky that your grandfather made. No, sorry, I said grandfather.
Yeah, I know.
You're lucky your grandfather made.
You're lucky you inherited all this money from your grandpa.
And your grandfather made a ton of money that you could wear jackets like that.
Trust fund, baby.
That kid's not like that. Okay, it's not cool for you.
Would you be up in arms if a school, like let's say preschool or something, and your son's wearing his Patagonia jacket, and they're like, you can't wear that.
Yeah.
Would you fucking be like, what the fuck?
I'd be like, why? This is ridiculous.
He's cold.
This is dumb. You've seen our pay stubs.
I know it's.
What do you?
But anyway.
But why?
I feel like okay. Let me ask you something. How much of people getting triggered is caused by other people, like telling them to get triggered?
Well, see, I think this becoming a law or whatever it is makes it worse, which is what you just said.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck thinks about this?
Right. I've never even heard of those jackets. That's how poor I am.
Montclair I've heard of. Canada Goose, no. But now I know if I ever see them in the thrift store, I know to pick one up.
Write that down.
But, it's just like, I don't know, man, but it wasn't just clothes too. It's just like kids who would bring a Game Boy to school and you didn't have a Game Boy or whatever. Insert X, Y, or Z Pokemon cards or whatever they might have brought to school that you couldn't afford.
And what's the silly thing about that too is like I knew a bunch of poor kids that brought that shit to school. I knew a bunch of kids whose parents were divorced, so one of the parents was always spoiling them.
And the other one wasn't.
And he was still living in like a 1-bedroom apartment with his mom. But he had all kinds of nice shit because absentee dad was sending money all the time. You know,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Weird flex.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
what I'm saying is you don't know just because somebody has these things. You don't know like
their home life.
Exactly.
That it necessarily dictates it's worse or not.
Right. Or if they're privileged.
Do people buy the new J's and then starve but they got the new Jordans?
It's just like when you go to the fucking Section 8 housing, you drive by and outside, like it's Section 8 housing. So you know that their inside of their house might look beautiful. I don't know. I've never been in one. But where they live and the amount, like you know, it's the ghetto.
I mean,
but every time you go out there, what do you see? You see fucking nice Mercedes-Benz, all these new fucking cars, and it's like
we see it all the time. We see a bunch of families stuffed into one house, but like they have nice cars.
But it's just everyone's different, and so to try to make everyone be uniform, eventually it's gonna counteract. It's gonna just backfire.
Difference is those cars in Section 8 have like huge ass rims.
I know.
That don't fit the car.
And there's gang members all over them to protect them, to make sure they don't get stolen. Totally overgeneralizing, but let's just do a little few comedy ones, and then let's get into the racism video. Oh, put the volume.
What's up?
Oh,
is it? I can't hear it.
Oh, no, it went down on
like how did you not know that? Man,
replay it. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But why though? Like why?
What was his end game?
I know. He wasn't sliding into a pool. He wasn't doing shit.
Maybe he thought maybe he thought he was gonna slow down.
But why would you even do
and
that?
His eyes are wide right there.
He's like, oh shit. Oh. I mean, he was lucky he didn't get his head on it.
He positioned himself properly to
when he got up. He got lucky
to take the brunt of it.
If he stayed low like that, your head's getting
broken.
I mean, how much were they drinking?
How much would you need to drink to do that?
I don't know, man.
Exactly, enough to just forget how much you've drank to get to do that. This is another thing I came across on Twitter. I don't remember if someone retweeted it or something, so if you did, please let me know. I apologize. This is one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long ass time. I'm confused. I don't get
2
it.
minutes.
Roll it.
I'm sure he really liked to talk.
What the hell is that haircut?
No, it's not haircut. Haircut, go straight.
No haircut on your head. I don't know.
Get the fuck out of my face! Leave!
Look what you're doing. Everybody's looking. I know, her sweater's very ugly, everyone. It's okay. She didn't mean to do it. She's a little drunk.
This guy just sat at my table.
Darkness.
I know what's happening. I've seen his other videos.
Harassing us. You are harassing me and everybody in this restaurant. Please leave me alone. Time for you to go.
Your nose is so pointy, you almost cracked my phone screen. Stop. You look like the zombies off of I Am Legend.
Why don't you just step the fuck out of the business?
Stop touching me.
Why don't you just step the fuck out?
Oh my God! Darkness! Darkness! Now look what you did, the man from Transporter. You just kicked my ass like the man from Transporter, and you look like him.
I don't get it. Why are you here?
Huh? Why is your hairline not there?
Okay, man, I just don't understand.
Before I leave, I just want everyone to know, I thought this was my hood. Jesus, what the?
What happened with the door? Said you got that on camera, right?
Yeah, all of it.
Show me what you got.
I got you. It's okay if I call you Dad?
No, you can't call me.
All right.
Honestly, I'm a doctor, and I think that from a mental health standpoint, I think he's not completely thinking clearly.
Okay. Darkness? Wait.
That's my sense of it.
What are you saying? Wait.
Because if not, I'm concerned he's going to get hurt. Not that he's going to hurt anybody, but someone's going to take him out.
Oh, fuck yes, no. You gotta stop this. You gotta stop this.
So, do you want to hurt yourself?
Don't do this to me, man.
Well, I'm asking you.
What did you ask me?
Do you want to hurt yourself or anybody else?
Darkness.
Huh?
Darkness.
Darkness. What's that mean?
What?
I know. That's why it's hilarious.
I've seen another video of him. What he did was he just went and he sat at someone's table while they were eating.
It's even funnier.
There's funnier ones.
We'll get him on future reaction.
Plain potatoes. That's his.
Dude,
right?
this is so like exact that it's almost like these cops feel scripted. These don't even feel like real
I know.
cops,
I was thinking about that. I'm like,
know,
are these actors that he's playing with? I believe it. I believe it's real. But it's like the reactions are perfect.
Like the black cop, the way he was talking to him. Can I call you dad?
He's like,
no.
He must
like,
edit it.
Can
like,
you show me
for the beats?
He has to, because when he's doing this back and forth, he's
Yeah.
probably hiding a cut there. But that doesn't take away the creativity of what he's doing.
No,
the balls
not at
to
all.
fucking like say all this shit to him, like and do all these things. Like, I think I thought this guy was. It's funny. I mean, very few people catch my attention like this, where it's like, I want to watch more of this guy. I just want to see what Long Beach Griffey is like. Every day he posts every fucking day, and his videos are almost always. I mean,
the concept of just going into this public place and
just fucking with people,
roasting people.
And what's great, is being a black guy. There's only so much you can do to him, and he has that camera on.
Well, it's just like that old guy who was arguing with the younger black guy on the street.
Which one?
We watched it earlier, where he was basically waiting for him to drop the N-bomb on him.
Oh, that few weeks ago, and he just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, and I mean, this almost the same thing.
Kind of.
This guy, I don't know if this guy's a tough guy, but
he's waiting for him to get punched.
Exactly. Well, he's waiting for them to drop
him.
To drop that N-bomb too.
I know, you freaking N-bomb. That would be hilarious. What? So, but anyway, let's go to the racism one.
The modern world. We built the modern world. Europeans. Built the modern world. We invented science and industry. We invented science and industry, and you want to tell us to stop because, oh my God, we're so bad. We invented the modern world. I feel you. You're so dumb. We invented the modern world. You fucking degenerate. We saved billions of people from starvation.
Are you joking me?
We built modern civilization. White people are the best thing that ever happened to the world. We are so amazing, and I love myself, and I love white people.
Say that one more
Fuck
time.
yeah, white people.
Say it right here.
Fuck yeah, white men. We're white men. We did everything. Look, I don't hate other people. I just love my white men. I just love white men.
To say that.
Oh, I don't know what happened. It turned white. He was so white it made the video go white.
I just love white men.
So what are your thoughts on it? Because I actually do have I have two things to say to this video.
One, I think he was drunk, and
that's obvious.
And I think he was trolling people. Like I don't necessarily feel like he actually. I mean, I'm sure he believes.
I think he believes.
He believes some of that stuff, but part of it was also I think he was trying to get a rise.
He knows.
He's trying to get a rise.
It's like me with fucking 2.0 fans.
Yes.
Like I know just what to say to just piss people off.
It's a trigger points, but he also doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about because white people didn't invent science.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
that came from the fucking the Arabs. You know,
it came from God. First
it came
of all,
from God.
the Arabs
exactly.
discovered it. So
Well, I mean, not all science, but like the chemistry and algebra.
I know.
You know, a lot of stuff came from the Middle East.
Why do you think he's doing this? Besides the troll, we already said that. Do you think that's it though? It's just that.
I think what we saw, there was women at a college campus, and there was women of color. And who knows how the conversation got started, but
you're seeing this late.
Yeah, we didn't see the beginning half of this video. So how did he get to this point? Like, what were they saying to him?
That triggered him.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I believe that there's two levels to this. I think there's definitely what you've already talked about. I definitely think he probably does feel the way he does to a certain degree, but I think that's as a result of just white people getting shit on all the time.
Right.
I think I'm not defending him. Let me make that clear. No, I'm not. Because not every single white person is bad.
Right.
But living in this day and age, you might as well have been fucking a slave owner.
Well, who's worse, him or sympathizers?
Sympathizers for who? White people?
Like white sympathizers. Like
Towards
white girl that's right there who's like, yeah.
Like, we're not going to go see Black Panther first weekend because it's not our right to?
Yes,
that type
exactly.
Of person? They're both equally bad. I think this guy's worse because this will propagate hate in the end, I feel like. But the other one's just as bad in my opinion. But the reason why I say that is because, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking who you are. obviously the context of what he's saying is way deeper than greater than just surface level. But on the surface level, him saying I like white people, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think
no, there's a gross generalization, and we talked about this with Kevin on the one podcast that we did with him, where he was saying stuff about how come Potato God Seymour
there's Jeffrey, I think.
Jeffrey,
pull up the clip.
How come it's okay for Mexicans to be
brown pride
proud of Mexicans and Chinese people to be proud of Chinese people, but white people can't be proud of being white? And this is a common argument that we come across where people don't seem to fucking realize. If you're Irish, you can go have a fucking parade. No one's gonna say shit. And you could wear a shirt with your flag on it. You could do whatever. You could say I love Ireland. If you're fucking French,
Italian, you can do it too.
Italian, if you're English, even you could do every single.
As long as you're
fucking,
not a Nazi.
As every single country in Europe, you could demonstrate
not Al Qaeda.
Some sort. Well. And what I'm saying is, any country in the world, you could say whatever you want about how you're proud of it or whatever, the heritage, and no one's going to say shit. But when you say, I'm proud of being white,
because we colonized the world and civilized it?
You just lumped.
Every single white.
That's part of it. You lumped every single European country that you aren't even connected to and turned it into one big thing and saying this fucking world, this lump of the world is better than every other part of the world. When I find it interesting that in Europe, European countries fucking hate each other. You know, the French, everybody hates the French. The French hate the English. You know, the Germans think they're better than everybody, and they did something about it. You know, the Spanish, they don't like the French. They don't like the Italians. They don't like the English. All they do, I've been to these countries. All they do is talk shit about each other. The Irish were cool. The Irish seem to like everybody.
They just drink all the time. They don't have time to worry
they're
about
nice
that
people.
shit.
I love
It's
Ireland.
a joke.
But this concept of like white pride, where does it come from? That's the thing. The basis of white pride comes from white superiority. It comes from white supremacy.
It comes from the years and years of putting every single other fucking race down.
And
that's why I'm saying. That's where I think this.
And
stems
it wasn't
from.
all. It used to be in the book of race. It used to be like Norwegian folks were like the superior. They were the superior ones, and people from Italy and people from the Mediterranean were shitty. People from Russia were shit. You know, and then as the years went on, they started
coming together
and throwing them into the group.
I guess my point is like, you know, times are changing fast. It's becoming easier for people to somehow forget that we've been evolving for thousands of years culturally, not just like as human beings, but culturally. And because of the internet, everything's spreading so fast that they think those thousands of years of ingrainment is just going to change overnight. But at the same time, those same people need to realize that not everybody's a bad person.
No.
And not if you're white and you're saying shit like that, you're probably one of the bad people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
But if you're a white guy who's just happened to be white and fucking just mind your own business and you're getting blamed for shit, I can see how you might feel angry at some point. Like, what the fuck did I do? Why am I always at the brunt of every
At the same time, I feel like if you're that white guy and you're getting offended and you're getting triggered by these comments,
you probably don't have any black friends, Mexican friends, any colored friends.
You have
at
an
all.
issue of your own. There's an issue there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not.
If you feel a victim,
if you feel threatened.
If you feel threatened or as a victim, it's because there's some validity to what people.
To a certain degree, because there's this, like when we talked about when the Me Too movement was going on, I never fucking did any Me Too shit. But I always, like on set, I even said when Aaron was here, like everything felt awkward. Like I felt like I had to just dot all my I's and, you know, cross all my T's.
Oh, but that's also you CYA. You know what I mean? That's not you feeling attacked. That's not you like, oh shit, like you weren't complaining about it. You're just like, okay, just to make sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, just because I was feeling that way doesn't mean I have a problem.
It's a different level of discomfort is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You were like lashing out and saying like on set, like, this is fucking bullshit. Just because I'm a man, I got to worry about fucking raping you or some shit like that.
I didn't say that.
You know, like, exactly. And that's what some of these guys come out and say, like, whoa, just because I'm white, fucking, you know, it's not like.
I didn't enslave anybody.
Yeah.
Even though my family did, but
it's
not me.
You know, and like when you start reacting that way, it's like, all right.
But there will come a time and point where if you're 10, 12, 15 generations removed from that and you're still harping on it, you might want to move on.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Absolutely. And I mean, at the end of the day, we are moving.
We are moving on, but we're moving quickly.
We're moving very quickly, and we're a new country, so things are different here than the rest of the world. side note, I had a conversation with a passenger, Indian guy from Delhi, and then he told me that people in Mumbai are way chiller and way like friendlier than people from Delhi. That's what he said. And I'm just going by this guy. This is not. He said, and I said, why? And he said, well, because Delhi has been invaded so many fucking times over the past.
And everyone's defensive.
Well, I get. We don't understand that because we don't have 2,000 years of history.
And no one invades America.
Exactly. So to have this history of being invaded, like generation through generation through generation through generation, and they're not, which makes them not so comfortable with outsiders, kind of makes sense. It's ingrained. And when does that get attached to your DNA at some point? It has to get attached.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it does. Absolutely. And I think that's the gray area that people think that shit's black and white, and it's not. It's fucking complex.
Well, it's the argument of nature versus nurture, and how much of like is it a sociological thing or is it a genetic thing at some point when it comes to some of these behaviors. But
anyway, let's do to the last video and then wrap this baby up. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat, by the way. I hope it's been a good premiere stream. As always, when we finish this last video, the video is going to continue for another 10-15 minutes to keep the chat going.
And thanks for watching, and we hope you liked our review as well yesterday.
So Carlos sent me this video. He tagged me in this video, and it's a competitive tag.
Yeah, it was on Twitter. I don't know how I got to this point, but this is what I found.
Ready? One down to the boys.
It looks fun as fuck, by the way. Like to watch.
It's like a parkour. It's like competitive parkour.
Look at him sliding and shit. Like, he had a rock under those bridges. Look at this fucking shit. Look at that. Like, he finally gets him, but I was like, God damn, like, I would watch this shit.
They time it, so.
Yeah, I watched it for like 20 minutes.
You could just go down a rabbit hole.
Like, whoever's chasing gets to get chased next. Like, they just alternate. Like, there's 2 teams with like 5 people each.
Were you did you ever play tag? I never played tag because, for obvious reasons.
Because you sucked.
Yes, I played tag.
There was that game where it was like,
weirdo.
where you had to be like a tree or something. I forget. It was like a yard game where like one person
Red
was
Robin.
I don't know, something like. I was always the one that didn't have to run very much. That was my thing.
Now,
I sucked at duck.
Was it because you sucked at it, or people just they saw you run once and they felt bad for you, so they're like, you know what, Daniel, you don't have to.
It was
run.
probably that. They were probably like, oh, this poor Mexican kid doesn't have nice shoes. And
next reaction hour, I'm gonna bring the video of Daniel running if I have it somewhere.
I can run better now. I'll beat all of you.
I had a video of Daniel running too.
Blindfolded. I don't even know what video this is. That one I know.
From the remember when we did the cousins live shoot.
Oh,
you running across.
I do remember that, and you put the music
I
on it.
Yeah.
But don't leave the video. The video's not over.
Stick around.
The video's over, but the chat will live on and
hang out in the chat.
Yep.
Super chat. What up?